Hello, and welcome to Eat and Talk Africa. Food goes beyond its nutritional value. It is a means to gather, to share, and bond. Together, we are going to rediscover Afro cooking and its fusion with other cuisines, while having meaningful discussions that are helpful to our community. We are going to cook, we're going to have conversations, we are going to learn together. My name is Jamil Val. Now, please step into my kitchen. Hello guys, welcome to Eat and Talk Africa with Jamil Val. Have you ever known how to make Pinon? And what is Pinon? Pinon is basically a meal made with gari. And what is gari? Gari right here is the farine that we get from yuca, right? The yuca root. So that's gari. So in Togo, there's a common dish called Pinon. How do we call it Pinon? I don't know. We can get to the origin of the name of the dish. However, what it is consists of is that to cook the gari as a meal, like a polenta kind, if you want to kind of refer, or like dunkunu or com, if you want to kind of refer. But we make this one with the gari, and you just mix it with some poaching liquid. It could be stock, right? So, and then you kind of like you could do vegetable stock, chicken stock, beef stock, and then we tend to eat with the protein, which is usually person knows, but you can do with any kind of protein that you want. So today I'm going to show you what to do with the gari. So what do I have here is some zucchini and squash, right? And then I have some tomato sauce that I made from that I have in the fridge. I have some chicken stock right here, and then I have some hen right here. So as you can see, we're gonna go step by step. Guys, to cut your zucchini and squash, just basically hold them obliquely and cut both ends, and then just cut them any way you want. In this case, I'm cutting them obliquely, as you can see right there in the video. After you cut your zucchini and squash, just put them in a bowl and just get some oil, toss them with some oil, and season them like you want. Salt and pepper in this case, lightly. The most important part also is to cut the zucchini and the squash or any vegetable that you cut in evenly, so you can um, cook the right proportion. So if you cut them in different sizes, they will not cook evenly. So you want them to be about the same size when you cut in vegetable. Okay. So as you can see, I'm rocking my Sexy Togole also right here. Shout out to Jubilino and the whole Sexy Togole team for hooking me up with the t-shirt. And for the hand, you could totally use knives or you could totally use anything you want. This can be using the cleaver because it's a small and cut it in half. The goal is not to be really this is at home, you can at home, so you don't have to just make it look like it's a fine dining process. But yet again, make it clean, right? You can keep this part, or you can just totally take it off. You can use that small piece for like a stock if you want to, right? So I'm leaving this whole because and if I have a chance in this video, I'll show you guys how to plate with the whole hand. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and marinate these, and I'm using my tomato sauce that I made previously, and then just gonna mix that with some African spices, and just rubbing the protein and with that, right? As you can see right there, I'm adding African spices. Look at that. All that's gonna just give a certain flavor to the meat. What we're gonna do with this is just slightly poach it with some water because you already have all the spice and everything else into the thing. I have some parsley right here and some thyme as well to just give it some flavor right here. Those are something that you don't have to, but you could totally just give it flavor. Once you poach it lightly, about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, not no more than that, because you just want all the flavor to go into the protein and just get it out. Put it in the pan and just go ahead and add the glaze. This can be like a glaze. So I mixed shito right here, my homemade shito, and some suya mix with some oil, which I just uh, rub the or glaze the meat with, and then we're just gonna put this back in the oven. In this case, I am going to broil it in the oven just so it can come out, and then we're gonna have that with the Pinon. So you can totally do this with anything, like I told you. If you usually have it with the person nose, but in this case we do it with the hand. Okay, just keep watching. We're gonna get to the Pinon. To make Pinon, first start by boiling your poaching liquid or cooking liquid. In this case, I have water mixed with tomato sauce. The ratio is about 2 to 1, so I have about 2.5 cup of gari. So you need 5 cups of poaching cooking liquid. So turn off your stove because it's important. You don't want high heat, and pour in the gari and mix with a wooden spoon. It's important to use a wooden spoon, not a plastic spoon, because you want to be able to break down the starch and then cook the pinot, which in this case is called ugali if you go to Kenya, and it's called Plakali if you go to Ivory Coast, or Eba if you go to Nigeria, or just Mutu, or also akume. You could call it like that in Togo, but we call akume really. We use corn flour instead of gari, which is a cassava flour. So the goal is here to mix this and cook this together. And I'm hoping that you've learned something right here, because it's in South Africa. We are throwing some vocabulary at you so you can keep something in your mind, because it's not just about eating, it's about learning something. So remember, cornmeal or polenta can also be called ugali somewhere, right? So that's the word of the day, ugali. Now, with the Pinot, at one point in time, you do need to add a little more liquid, because I'm doing right here, as you can see that, because you need to make sure to get the texture that you want. Now, this Pinot is almost ready. We're going to take it off the stove. Mixing a little bit more, just, makes it perfect. So it's ready now. We're going to go to the serving part, okay? To serve, just totally up to you, you just do something like this. We ain't going to complicate this too much, right? There we go. We're not going to complicate this too much. And we're going to take a piece of the chicken. So I'm gonna put that over right here, and then we are gonna grab some of the vegetable that we have in the corner right here. There we go. Some tomatoes, of course. Yep. Perhaps one more. Well, all right. More squash right there. And what I just put right here is some of the sauce that they can have it with. Again, if you have any herbs, you kind of just finish it with some herbs on top. But this is another way of eating your Pinot. As you can see, I'm probably gonna give you a 360 view of it. This is your Pinot. Okay. Then you'll serve it. Guys, this looks so good that I decided to show it in the slow motion. I mean, this is a meal made out of gari, a farming from cassava, an authentic African food that looks just like something you can serve in a fine dining restaurant. I mean, look at the char on the chicken, and look at the vegetable and the sauce next to it. So I'm giving you one more time a 360 view in slow motion, so you get to see how authentic African food can also be served, just like a nice food in a nice restaurant. Right? So let's keep cooking, and this again is Eat and Talk Africa. So here I go, Chef Jamilba from Eat and Talk Africa, cooking my Pinot and rocking my sexy Togole. Right? When I'm done with Pinot, you have a Pinot with your chicken and your veg. I'm telling you, it's really good. Eat and Talk Africa. Keep watching us.